Okay, so you're probably here from the other video to hear me talk about Backrooms, or you saw that this video is specifically titled about Backrooms because I have to talk about it. I have to, like, I really, really, really have to. Like, I'm itching, I'm itching to see Backrooms again. Now, I'm someone that loves the concept of Backrooms. Like, every single way. The little SCP version of Backrooms, which is like kind of ridiculous but fun. Every single, well, not every single one, but all the little games of Backrooms that they be making. I be watching people play them because I love them. Like, I literally I like listen to Queso like play the Backroom games while I'm at work. Like, I can't see anything. I'm just hearing the atmosphere and doing my job right now because I just saw the movie and so I'm back in my Backrooms, like, my mindset. I'm over here rewatching the uh what do we call it? ARG. Whatever it is. I'm rewatching the YouTube one. The one by the guy who made the movie. So yes. It was so good. So Backrooms is 10 out of 10. Will 100% watch again. Perfect pacing, perfect everything. And people that disagree with me, like, I can kind of see why somebody wouldn't like the movie a little bit. I can see a little bit why somebody wouldn't like it. But I am judging you for your brain not being at the same capacity as mine. Not for people, like, cuz every single person I'm seeing, they're like, oh, this is going to have spoilers in it. So we're almost 2 minutes in. This is spoilers. This is all spoilers. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. So maybe I'll just get the spoiler part. I mean, I'm gonna say things that aren't spoilers, and I'm just gonna get it out of the way. But basically, this movie is so good. Um, I love the concepts in it. Like, I adore the concepts in it. And, like, if you're gonna see it, go see it. And if you already saw it, let me know if you liked it in the comments. And if you didn't like it in the comments, like, we're gonna be arguing. But in all seriousness, this is where I'm gonna start spoiling the movie because I just liked it that much. I'm literally okay. So how do I even? The movie was, first off, like, a perfect blend. It was a perfect blend of, like, the found footage type of thing of how we know how everybody that knows Backrooms. It's through this found footage type of setup. So also, this movie takes place in 1990, which is like, I don't even, there's no need to get into lore stuff. I don't care about that because I barely understand. Not that I barely know, but because I do know, but, like, the lore doesn't matter because it's a movie. It's a movie inspired by the lore, obviously, but, like, it's enhanced. Or maybe it's not enhanced. But all that matters is, like, the lore, we don't really know what the Backrooms is and we don't know what's going on. But the movie follows two people. It follows Clark, who is this guy that owns a furniture store. And then we have Mary, who's a therapist. Mary is Clark's therapist, and Clark got kicked out from his house by his wife because Clark might be a bad guy. Or he's just not a good husband. Because, like, when you look, he doesn't really seem like a bad person, but he's not a good husband. He's not a good husband to his wife from what we can see. Like, they're in therapy and they're doing a little therapy session, and he's over here calling her fat, and that she needed to get up and she lazy, and that he just working hard, and she going to law school, and they want a family, and da 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 da. All that's all Clark's business. This movie is character driven, but not. No, I'm saying this wrong. It's action driven, right? The actions of the character drive the plot, obviously. But it doesn't necessarily, it's not about the character's development, okay? Like, honestly, the movie is like the opposite of character development. This movie is like your character never develops the movie. Your character development is actually a circle, and you will always be in a cycle of being the same person. The movie, but so yeah, so we meet Clark. We meet him at his furniture store, back rooms. You know, a liminal space. His furniture store is always empty. I'm about to get into my own theories about this in a second. But his furniture store is always empty. I feel like that's a key to it. I feel like the back rooms obviously can reach and stretch and remember areas where people are like, I don't know how to explain it. This so I don't know how to explain it. It's basically the whole movie, because a lot of people got out of the movie and they was reviewing it and they're like, it just didn't make any sense, or it wasn't explained, or they explained too much. And then I'm like, well, no, because the whole movie, we're only going based off of what Clark's theory is, and Clark goes into the back room and he starts losing his mind. He starts going crazy. But he was already like crazy, but he like literally loses it. He loses it. And but he has theories of how it works. And part of how his theories are working is from the influence from the therapist, Mary. So like it's like a mix. So we know how part of the Backrooms works from what Clark has found from being in there for like, I think he was in there for just like a couple days. Well, it's more than a couple days, but anyways, it's more than a couple days. But anyways, he was in there like he was in there losing his mind. And I'm gonna say why he was losing his mind. But anyways, I think that the Backrooms is spreading in places where, like, physical places that are becoming memories. Like when there's no people somewhere, then it's just what people remember of a place. Like, so obviously there we have the furniture store that's empty, and it's like the furniture store is a huge part of Clark's, I don't know, let's say madness, of his pain, of like why his life is so bad to him, why he's not lonely, but why he's so alone. So Clark is one person alone in this furniture store, and because of that, he is the entity that he creates in the back room. Now, a lot of people were like, oh, none of the entities from the shorts or whatever, none of those are in the movie. Well, yes, none of them are in the movie because this is Clark and Mary's experience of the back rooms. They don't need to see other entities. Like, if we're gonna go off of what we know from what they think they know, then the back rooms is an entity of itself that's like remembering things. It's like the back rooms is the human mind as a physical place. So the back rooms is everything, and it is remembering things. And so if the back rooms is everything and it's remembering things, then the back rooms is remembering people, and it can remember emotions, and it can remember actions. And that's why Clark's entity, him, he says, you know, it lets him live at first, which I think is a huge part of, like, they were symbiotic. Like, Clark thought they had a complete understanding of each other, but I think the reason they were able to coexist in the back rooms for the little bit of time that they were together is because Clark was still in the same cycle. He was still in the loop. He was still in the loop until he realized that he didn't have to change. And that's when he actually broke out the cycle. Because the original cycle is Clark constantly trying to change. He's going to therapy because he wants to be a different person. He doesn't want to continue being this violent, angry person. But the memory of him, the reflection of him that exists in the back rooms, this distorted version of his emotions and his character, The reason it looks like a pirate is because that's something that he plays. That is something he despises about himself that he wants to change while he's in the regular world, right? So he wants to change that. But that's the cycle he's in because he cannot change it. Or he feels like he cannot change it until he's sitting there at that dinner table with Mary tied up, and Mary is like, you don't have to change. As soon as that flips in his mind, Clark is like, we don't have to change. I don't have to change. And then he thinks that he can go to the version of himself that he hates and tells that he doesn't have to change. When now he's free from that feeling of having to always change. The other one, the violent, angry version of him, the violent, distorted, angry, his manifestation of anger is like, oh no, we're not doing this. It doesn't really think. That's like another part of it. Like, it's not really thinking the same way as like a regular person is thinking, obviously. But we don't know. It could think, it could literally have its own desires or whatever. But it kills Clark. We knew Clark was gonna die. He had to die, but it kills Clark because obviously it's a manifestation of Clark's anger. If Clark doesn't have to change, when Clark has spent this entire time trying to change, and that's why that entity exists in the first place, because that is his desire to, his anger that he hates manifestation, like, that's Clark's own reflection of who he thinks he is. That is his memory of himself. When he sees the memory other people have of him. It's how he sees himself, and it's how other people see him. They see him as this angry guy, so his ex-wife, angry guy, pirate. That's what he presents to the world, and his that's what he presents to the world in his commercials, because it's like a pirate guy that's like doing the sales. Anyways, the captain entity that is Clark has to kill him because, like, that's just what he does. Like, that's like the end of it. He's just a violent entity because that is the memory of Clark that people have in them, is the violence. Like, obviously Clark can be a real guy, but I mean, like, a okay person, but he has not shown that like, anyways, I'm just gonna, it's confusing, but it's good. It's so good. Halfway through the movie, we get like another found footage. So it starts with a found footage scene that's like the beginning. It starts with a found footage scene that is like the beginning, like the like the hazmat suit guys. It starts with one of those, and then halfway through the movie again. I don't even know if it's halfway, because when I say that the movie ends abruptly, and like I was like shocked, but like I guess, but I love the ending. Like, I didn't know how long I was in the movie for. Like, I wasn't checking the time. I don't do that. So I was just, I'm saying it's halfway, but I have no idea. This could have been towards the beginning of the movie and I wouldn't realize. But halfway through the movie, it had to be halfway. Halfway through the movie, we get another found footage, like, scene. And it's Clark and his, 2 employees whose names I forgot. I think one of them was, like, Bobby or something. But anyways. Sorry. Clark and his 2 employees, and like it was just so good. The way the found footage scene was, because this is like after Clark has basically really started to lose it. Well, this is after he tells Mary what he saw, and now he's now he's exploring the back rooms, like exploring them more, as in he wants evidence of the back rooms. So he goes to his employees because one of them has the camera or whatever. Well, he's borrowing the camera from his school. But anyways, they go into the back rooms and, you know, they die. Like, they're exploring the back rooms and they're like going to the entity, Clark's entity is what kills them, right? But they're there exploring to like learn more about it. But Clark's entity comes and kills them. And that's when Clark like learns that the entity is him. And that also that the entity won't kill him. Won't kill him yet. While he's still in the same cycle, the entity won't kill him. They can live together in peace in the back rooms. And like some of the entities obviously are not violent. Some of them are just memories of another person, which is like how Mary's entity at the end. This is the very end of the movie, right? So there's a whole table scene. I think the table scene is good. I think the table scene is so uncomfortable and it's like so unnerving. Like you're sitting there and you're for a little bit you're like, "Oh my gosh, Clark is about to kill Mary." And then he starts talking about how you can eat the entities in there. So all the entities in there are like people. Like we've already established, Clark has established for us that the entities are people. Like they're a copy of people. So they're not exactly the same. Like they are memories of people that looks wrong. And this wrong looking memory is edible, he says. And he starts taking out chunks of them and trying to eat them. And like nobody ate it yet, but I wanted to see them eat it at the table. I wanted to see them eat it. But then he goes and scalps one of the other entities, and then it just gets crazy. That's after that scene, Clark gets killed by his own entity. And then it's like a chase scene and Mary is trying to like get free. And then this is like, it had to be like the last 10 minutes. Like this is like the last 10 minutes. And people are saying like this whole part basically ruined the movie for them. They're saying like it's not the like last half of the movie. It's not even like the last third of the movie. Like this is a very small part of the movie that they're saying ruined for them, which only made the movie like golden for me. But here we go. It's a chase scene. It's the pirate version. It's the entity version of Clark chasing Mary through the back rooms. We see that the entire furniture store ends up in the back rooms. Now, does that mean that the furniture store doesn't exist anymore? Or does that mean that the furniture store now has a complete double in the back rooms? We don't know. But we are shown a scene of Mary's childhood home. So this is like right before the dinner scene. We're shown Mary remembering her childhood home, or at least the memory of her childhood home, even to when it's demolished. It's all in the back rooms, and it's so good. Like the first memory, the human mind is so bad at remembering things, and it's just so good. Like the clearest version of the memory, and then like I don't even know how to think about it. Like, this is, like, the part of I need to watch the movie again, but this is really the part, like, where you're like, what the heck is going on? Like, this, like, it's just, like, so crazy. But anyways, the entirety of the furniture store is now in the, I was about to say the upside down. Why was I about to say that? Well, I was about to say that because I saw, I saw a review saying that it was connected to the Stranger Things for some reason, but anyways. But the entire store is in the back rooms and Mary is running through there, but it's set up like it's the store is set up because the hazmat suit guys are watching the area, because I think they've been trying to catch the entity to learn more about it. But anyways, Mary's getting chased, and then she decides that she's about to boss up, and she has this little handprint thing from her childhood home in her hand, and she just starts beating the thing up. And then the hazmat suit guys have like this sleep gas or something in there, because they're trying to catch. They don't want Mary. They're trying to catch the entity. But anyways, so they have the gas mask thing in there, whatever. A gas mask thing. They have the sleeping gas or whatever stuff. Mary gets knocked out after she beats the thing up and frees herself. She frees herself. They're like, ew, what the heck is this? They didn't expect her to be there. So they were watching. They saw that Clark was in there, and they saw that she was in there, but they didn't expect humans to be in there. I don't even think humans that aren't as prepared for it as them. They didn't expect them to be there. And then Um, this is literally the last scene of the movie. They go to interrogate this guy Phil. Phil goes to interrogate. He's one of the scientists that works for whatever the thing is, like ASPCA or something. It's not that, but anyways, he's one of the scientists that works for the thing, and he basically he's like, we don't understand what this is. We know it's spreading, and we need you to tell us everything you know about it, right? I just want to ask you some questions I want to know. And then Mary obviously is, she doesn't want to say really, like, when she is, we don't know what happens after this. This is literally the final scene. They're sitting at they're sitting in this interrogation room, and Mary is like, she's just questioning him back. She's like, where are we? Are you going to let me go if I tell you everything? And then you can see, like, real time that Mary, I'm going to say this is her memory. The Backrooms, through her, is learning where they're at. Like, that's the best way I can say it. The Backrooms, through her, is learning what this room is. And so it starts taking pieces. And eventually you see a copy of Mary in the back room, sitting in the interrogation room at her seat. And then the movie ends. And it's like, like, this is the best way to be left with more questions after a movie is done. Like, I'm sitting here, like, this is how I'm this hyped up, and I have no idea, like, the movie, I wasn't confused, but I left and I was like, what the heck, like, I remember I was sitting there, Mary's copy is sitting in the seat, and then it cuts to black, and I'm like, what? I sit there for a second. It's because it's just me, so I sit there for a second, and I just stand up and I leave, and I'm like, whoa, like, what the heck did I just watch? Like, that was so crazy, and it was so good, and I need everybody to go see the movie. Well, okay, if you're watching this and you just got this far into this, and you didn't see the movie, like, you can still watch the movie, I guess. I hope this made you want to watch it. Because, like, I did kind of explain the movie, like, step for step, but I don't know, maybe watch it again. If you saw it already, go watch it again. I'm gonna go watch it again because I need to know, like, obviously I'm not going to learn more, but I need to know, like, I need to experience it again. The experience, it's like so, it's not claustrophobic, it feels heavy. Like, I don't know, it feels like like you're watching it and you will just feel it. You can feel the emptiness, but it's not like a cold emptiness. It's like you're in a room. You're in a room temperature room and it's empty. There's nothing else in there. And it's quiet, but there's the buzzing of the LED lights. And then there's, like, maybe even the sound. You can't tell the difference. Maybe it's the sound of somebody walking, or maybe it's just the pipes moving in the room. Like, you don't know, and you just hear it. And you hear every step you take, and you feel it, and you're anticipating, you're waiting for something, and then there's nothing. And then you might even get comfortable in that nothing. You get comfortable in that nothing, and then there is something. You turn a corner too fast and you hear, oh, maybe those pipes aren't somebody else here. Maybe those pipes aren't something else moving. Maybe those pipes are something. Maybe there is something, and maybe it's coming for me, or maybe it's not. And yeah, it was just good. Go see the movie, watch the movie again. Let me know if you liked it, please.